This meeting is being recorded.
Okay, so what are the things we discussed? What are the methods we have? What are the different methods present in a set?
Methods like we have to remove, discard, then pop, clear, then add also we have.
Yes, or add, pop, clear, and set,
Discard.
discard, superset. What is the difference between the discard and the super remove?
Uh, Remove if that element is not present, it will throw an error. But discard, if it is not present, also it will not throw an error.
It will not create an, or it will not raise an any error, right? That is nothing but a remove, I mean discard. And add, and some we have discussed about the subset. So the smaller subset, if it is present in a bigger subset, that is where we will use as a subset. And the super subset, the bigger one which are present in a smaller one or not, then we can go for the super subset. And we have something methods called a union, intersection, difference, symmetrical difference, symmetrical difference, and difference, symmetrical difference, intersection, union, right? These are the things, these are the methods. Or did I miss anything?
No. Frozen set also we discussed it.
Yeah, frozen set is what does it mean by frozen set?
If a set becomes if you want to make a set immutable, we convert it into a frozen set.
Yes, so that is nothing but a frozen set. So as of now, we discussed about the set, we discussed about the dictionary, we discussed about the list tuple, right? So these
Yes.
are the different data structure we have and their methods. So as of now, we discussed about all the stuff, and we discussed about the for loop and while loop and uh, you know uh, if conditions, right?
Yes. Yes.
So what we are going to learn is today, maybe we can go for the oops, no oops. We need to discuss about the a combination of all the stuff maybe. Okay, I mean we'll combine each and everything. Like we can discuss about we can combine each and everything like if condition, for loop, and list, dictionary, everything in the one data structure, or one which is these topics are nothing but a compensation. Okay, so compensation is nothing but a, so if we want to create a if we want to combine all the stuff, let's say if it is a if condition and a for loop and a list with it. So if I want to create any list or something, let's say if I want to create a list, how can I create a list? Right,
Uh,
this is how I will create the list, right? Right or wrong? Am I
yes.
audible?
Yes. Correct.
But if I want to modify the list, which is I want to modify the list, which is multiply of 1 into 1, 2 into 2, 3 into 3, like that. So what I can do, for I in L, then I can take something L1 list, then I can L less or equal to, or into, right, into equal to I, right? I mean I into I, right? Then what I can do, L dot append of I, or if it is I into I, then
It will
L1,
be L1 dot upon.
yes, correct. Print of L1. So what I'm going to get? Unexpected indentation. What does it mean? Indentation error. What does it mean by indentation error? Did you remember? Indentation.
Yes, that print is like all should be for outside for loop, everything should be in one indentation and inside should be in one.
Yes, that is one. That is good. That is also one type of indentation. But what is this indentation error? What I'm getting right now. So the indentation error not only for in something L. So if it is something like this, so it will be an error, right?
Yes.
So it will not consider under this for loop, right? And did you observe? If you observe here, there are something indentation error is coming here. What is this? So let's say I'll comment each and everything for your understanding. From scratch, I will explain. So x equal to 10. Is this valid? This
Yes.
is valid, right? But
Yes.
if I take space, something like space. So space of x equal to 10. Is this valid?
Not valid.
What is this mean by space? Nothing, right? So it is not considered anything. So that is the reason if you observe here also L before L taking an space. Here taking an space. Here taking an space. Right? That is the reason we are getting an indentation error. Indentation is nothing but not only inside this one, but if it is considered. Okay, you are taken space. If you shall I consider anything which is in above there is a for loop or something, do I need to consider like that? It will think like that, right? So then we can consider space, right? If you want to consider inside this for loop, so the interpreter how it will thinks like, so do I need to consider anything above, so I need to raise an indentation error, right? That is how, that is why we are getting an indentation error because of spaces. So you need to take care of this one. So how can I go back everything at a time? Then I can remove this. Is this correct now?
Yes.
So what I've did is I have created one for loop and I've appended all this stuff, and I've created one more list and appending all this stuff. This is the way we discussed about the list and normal for loop and everything, right? This is how we are going to take. But what if we want to discuss about the compensation? Okay, so compensation is nothing but if we want to create something in a concise way or a small way or a faster way, then it is nothing but a compensation. Compensation. Correct. I don't know the spelling. Correct me if I am wrong, or you can check it later. Compensation or something. Compensation or something. Okay. So compensation is to create create something we can replace, to create something concise, concise, concise. This is also not correct. Fast and effective way and small line of code. So something you can consider list or set or dictionary. Okay. So a compensation is nothing but to create a list in a concise way, fast and effective and small lines of code. Okay, if you want to create a list compensation, and if it is a dict compensation, it creates a dict in a concise way, fast and effective, right? So we have taken how many lines here? Almost six lines, right? So if I want to create a comprehensive, I mean list comprehension, how can I create it? So directly L1 equal to, I will take same for loop for I in L. Then what is the I here? I into I. Then I can print of L1. What I'm going to get? The same result or no?
Yes.
So how many lines it taken me?
2 lines.
Only 2 lines, right? So is this the fastest way? Yes. As compared to the for loop, this is the fastest way. And how can I create a list in a concise way or no? I created a list in a concise way. If I want to create a same with a dict, set. How can I write it? I'll take yes. How can I write it? Same way. S1 equal to the set for the same for loop, normal for loop for I in yes. For I in yes, no colon here. What I'll do? I into I. So what I have to take the left side and the right side. Okay. First of all, it will execute this one, this program. Okay. For I in yes, for I in yes, and I will be the one for first iteration, and this is where it will store the values. So for first iteration, what is the one? What is the value here? 1, right? Then 2, 2 into 2. 2 into 2, 4, right? That is how it will be. I into I into I. Yes, 1. Am I getting? Am I getting it?
Yes.
So this is nothing but a, we can discuss about the key value pairs as well, dictionary. But as of now, you need to understand list compensation or set compensation or dict compensation. It is a concise way of creating a list. It is a concise way of creating a list in a fastest way as well as smaller way with a limited lines of code, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, Varun. So this is nothing but a what? For loop. This is nothing but a for loop. So I've taken one empty list for I in range of L, then I dot L dot append of I into I. So what I'm doing for every loop for the L1, okay, I'm appending these values to the L1. L1 dot append of I into I. I into I is nothing but 1 into 1, then second loop 2 into 2, then third loop 3 into 3. That is how. And I am printing the L1 result, right? I am printing the same L1 result. But how many lines I am writing it here? Almost 6 lines or 7 lines, right? But instead of that, I can go for the list compensation. Then instead of same for loop, I'll take a same for loop here, same for loop here, but the I value, it will be go back and it will store somewhere to create a list, right? Then we can go for this one, list compensation. Then I will be, what is I value here? 1 into 1. Then it will create one concise list and new list will be created here. This is a new list, right? For every loop, the result will be comes here. And whatever the result you want to store, you can store here. But instead of, if I want to store uh, I plus 10. So what is the result now? For I, for every I will be 1 plus 10. First answer will be
11.
11. Then
12.
second answer 2. 2 plus 10, 12. So this is how the values will be stored. We are not printing it. Getting it? Varun, you understood this one?
Yes, understood.
Yeah. Thank you. Yes. So this is just we added a for loop. But if I want to, we discussed about the for loop as well, right? And we discussed about the what if condition as well, right? So if I want to add, if I want to take only uh, even numbers here, then how can I add here in a normal for loop? This is just a for loop. This is just a for loop. If I want to add if condition, if I want to add if condition, normal for loop I can explain. First of all, same I can take same L for I in L, right? If I until 2 double equal to 0, then only I can append L1 dot append of what I, right? Then print of L1. What I'm going to get the answer now? What I'm going to get the answers here?
2, 4, 6.
Only even numbers, right?
Yes.
Only even numbers I'm going to get here. 2, 4, 6, 8. Because, yes, only even numbers. So, how many lines it is taking?
4.
Almost 4 lines, including these 5 and 6. This is almost 6 lines. In the same way, if I want to create a same dictionary, I mean, set, what? List comprehension. Okay, how can I create it? Okay, for I in range, if you want to remove the values, then you can add after the for loop. If I modulo by 2 equal to 0, then what it will happen? For I in range of L, it will go this here, then it will go here. Okay, then it will check. Okay, is this value 2 is equal to 0? Yes, then I can write here. Okay, try to understand it, the flow. For first of all, it will goes to the for loop. Then I, instead of going back, if any condition we were added, if you want to remove the values, particularly if you want to remove the values, then we can go for this if condition. Okay, then it will come I value. Instead of going there, it will come here and it will check the condition, right? The same way here, how it is going? First of all, it will goes to the loop, then it will check the condition, then it will add, right? So it will lastly, it will finally, it will come and it will create a list. Same answer, but how many lines?
2 lines.
So now you have to tell me, I want to iterate with the only the even values, I mean odd values. How can I go? Everyone, L1 equal to what?
I.
No, don't think like that, Arya. If you think like that, finally there is, the values may be, if you want to change the values, then I will not be considered, right? First of all, the how we are going to, how we will go in a line by line in a Python, norm, if you are writing in a normal way, the same way you
4.
have to think.
Okay. First 4.
For I in L. Then second step,
If I
if
not 2 not equal to 0.
not equal to 0, then
I.
final would be here. It should final value or whatever the value, if you are considering as a final, then it will go here first, because this is where it will create the list, new list. Is this the right way, everyone?
Yes.
Got? Saujanya and Varun. So I hope you understand with the condition as well. If you want to compensate with the condition, then we can go for the uh, and this is only condition. And if you want to remove or eliminate the values only, and for example the same for loop, but compensation with the if else condition. If else condition, then if you want to go whether uh, instead of removing the values, if you want to check whether values are considered, if you want to get both the values, I mean even or odd, then it should be something true or false, right? Something like you need to add else condition, right? That is where this will this new concept will be come here. Then so I can take these two and I can take L2 equal to, this is for even. If it is modulo 2, then else I can write something like L2 dot append of I. So here I will get a odd values, here I will get a even values, right? So here I added a else condition. So if you want to write a else condition, then how we can going to write in a compensation? Okay. So how we are going to write it? For example, I have a same list and the same empty is not required here because we are going to create a new list using the compensation. L1 equal to same for I in L, for I in L. But if you are trying to, if you are not going to remove the values, but if you are trying to check the values, whether it is true or false, then we can go for before the for loop. Okay. If n I modulo by 2 is equal to 0, then what we need to write it? Then we have to write it something, right? If it is modulo by 2, then what we are not going to do? Append, or I can write it as print even. This is how I can write it, right? So instead of this, I can write here also even, even. Then I can write else odd, print of L1. I got, did I got a values? What are the even or odd? So if you want to check whether that condition is true or false, then we can go for the multiple, I mean if else condition. Okay, if you want to check whether, so it will become true, right? If it is true, then write this. If it is false, then write this, right? If I'm printing I, is there any value or is there any representation something? The same list we will get it, right? The same list we will get it. That is the reason I wrote like this. So first one is odd, even, odd, even, odd, even, odd, even, right? So if you want to write a condition and if you want to check whether the condition is true or false, then we should go for the if else condition, and that is before the for loop. And if you want to eliminate the values, then how you will go? After the for loop, right? After the for loop or no?
Yes.
So got it, or you have any doubts here, Varun or Arya or Saujanya?
Mm, no, good. If like before we want to do, also we can do instead of even we can do like that.
Sorry?
Here we are printing even odd like that, no? So we want to
Mhm.
like if we want to create it to a new list, I also we can use instead of even.
Yeah, yeah. If I'm printing even, what is the uh, nothing, right? We'll get a same list right here.
Okay.
We'll not do anything. We'll get only same list because this is even, this is odd, this is even, this is odd, right? That is the reason I've mentioned, right? That is the reason I've created even or odd,
Okay.
right? So
Understood.
got it. So this is if you want to check the values instead of removing the values. If you want to check the values, then how you will go? So you can go before the for loop. If condition and else condition. If you are going to add if else condition, and that should be go before the for loop. And if you are eliminating the values without using the else condition, then you should go after the for loop. Okay. So if you want to uh, check the multiple conditions, okay, if you want to check the multiple like something uh, I'll take the list here. If you want to add or check multiple conditions, like if you want to check if I greater than something like that, greater than or equal to something like 5, then only it should go inside this, right? So we can have a nested if conditions, right? Like this. If this condition is matched, then it should go. That is how. So if you have a multiple conditions, and if you want to write, let's say I will write here same L, same L1 equal to empty list for I in L if I greater than or equal to something like this. Okay, something like this. So if I want to eliminate the values which is not greater than 10. Okay. So if I want to eliminate the values, if I greater than or equal to 10 only, this condition would should go. And from that, I want only even numbers. I modulo by 2 double equal to 0. Then only I can append those values. Append of what? I L1, because we need to send it to L1. So if I print and whatever the values I want to go, then it should go to even values, or whatever the value. Even if I want to send L2 dot append of I, these values which is not greater than 10 but not even. print of L1 and L2. So these are the values for even or odd, which is greater than 10, and even values. These are the values which is greater than 10 but are odd values. I mean else whatever the value which is not even, which is not even, right? That is how it will be. You got it?
Yes.
Then as of now we can remove this L2, because first of all we'll go one by one. This is how it will go. It will get it right. So as you got this, Varun or Saujanya, you got these things. So how many lines it took me to write? Almost 5 lines. But if I want to write a list comprehension, how can I write it? First of all, for I in L, right? What I'm doing? Am I checking the true condition, or I am removing the values? Am I removing the values, or am I checking the values in this condition?
Checking the values.
Am I filtering the values right here? It means removing the values, right? Which is not met this condition. I'm filtering the values here, right? If I is not greater than 10, then I don't consider. I will filter those values, right? So if I am filtering those values, I need to skip it, right? I'm not considering each and everything, whether that is true or whether that is condition is matching or no. I'm not checking that like that, right? So if I am filtering the values, where should I go? Before or after the for loop? If condition.
After the for loop.
After the for loop, because we are filtering the values. Then if I greater than or equal to 10, then and I modulo, sorry, I modulo by 2 equal to 0. So what is this AND operator will do? This is also same thing. If I want to write in a different way here also, sorry. So instead of extra line, I can add and I, what I'm checking, I modulo by 2. I modulo by 2 equal to 0. Then only append this value. So if I comment this one, will I get the same value or no? Same result or no? Am I getting the same result?
Yes.
So what is this AND operator is doing? AND operator which comes under the logical operators. So what you want? So if I ask you anything, what you want? I need ice cream and something like burger. So you are mentioning ice cream and, so what you are mentioning, you need both. It should not be any singular or single value, right? You are asking a both. So it is also same thing. If I greater than and I modulo by 2, it means the condition should matches the both values. Or if you are asking something, give me ice cream or a burger, right? So you are giving a chance, you are giving a opportunity to give either ice cream or burger, right? If you are doing something like or, what does it mean? The condition should match either this one or this one, then only it will go this one. But if I am mentioning and condition, what does it mean? Both conditions should match. I greater than or equal to 10 and I modulo by 2 equal to double equal to 0. Then only append this value, right? I am getting the same answer. This is also same. and this is also same. You have any doubts here till here? This condition or what does it mean by and or?
No.
Okay. So here also I am writing the same stuff. Instead of writing the same, taking empty list and same thing, then I can print L1. What I'm getting an error? Invalid syntax error. Why I'm getting an invalid syntax error? Because for loop is executing and if condition is executing, but where I'm creating a new list. There is no new list which I'm creating, right? So if we want to create a values, then this is the value you need to compulsory take it. Invalid syntax. Sorry. Again, I don't need to take. Am I taking here? You can correct me what I did wrong. If I greater than or equal to 10 and if I have taken like this or directly and.
Directly without if.
So what is the
If
mistake here?
if is not required.
If is not required. Right? So if you want to check the condition, then we can go for this condition with a list comprehension and a uh, uh, with the conditions with the multiple values. Okay. So as of now, you have any doubts?
No.
Because we are going deeper and deeper, right? So you need to understand. If you stuck here, you will not understand anything, right? Varun and everyone is getting it right. So let's say I will take something like 2 will go for the nested lists. So if I am having the nested list, so L1 L L equal to, so I have the list and I have the list of something like this L1. Then if I want to go for the uh, nested loops for I in L1, then for J in sorry, L1, then if I want to print I comma J, then how it will be? All the values I will get it right. First for first